joining us for our mini PD Institute. My name is Michelle Johnson. I'm the State Director for Adult and Family Education at the DC Office of the State Superintendent of Education. I wanted to also acknowledge Dr. Heather Bruce, who is the Director of the Adult Education Program at the University of the District of Columbia, who partners with us, myself and the OSSE Adult and Family Education team, comprised of Stacey Downey, Tracy Richard, Nakia Lynch, and Cynthia Brown, in the provision of professional development to WIOA, Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act providers and partners. This morning's session is going to focus on flexibility is the key to adults earning post-secondary credentials and degrees. And we're so blessed to have Ms. Lachey Boyd. She's the Director of Admissions at Metropolitan School of Professional Studies at Catholic University of America, and Ms. Marcia Holmes, the Enrollment Recruiter for Enrollment Development for the School of Professional Studies at Trinity Washington University. And we also, excuse me, would like to extend thanks to all of you who have joined us on this morning. So thank you again, and Ms. Boyd and Ms. Holmes. Before you begin the presentation, Stacey, would you please give some background context about this morning's session?
Sure. So as part of the entire spring 2021 professional development, mini professional development institute hosted by the Office of the State Superintendent of Education and UDC, we're exploring transitions to post-secondary education and training. And we have invited Catholic University of America, Metropolitan School of Professional Studies, and Trinity University, Washington, to talk about their particular flexibilities that they have built into their programs for adults and older youth who are transitioning into post-secondary education for the first time, or transitioning back in after having acquired some post-secondary education credits. So I think you'll be very pleased to see how responsive they've been in their programming to the needs of adult learners.
Additionally, please feel free to put questions in the chat. There will also be an opportunity for you to ask questions to the presenters directly. The PowerPoint presentations are available on the OSSE.dc.gov website. And additionally, this session will be recorded, and the recording will also be available on OSSE's website. So we just wanted to make sure that you knew that as well. Stacey, anything else?
Nope, that is great. We will be taking questions at different points, and you will be able to unmute yourselves or ask questions in the chat. And so we'll let you know when those times are coming.
Thank you. So Lachey and Marcia, please feel free to begin.
Okay, good morning. Let's see.
Good morning.
I am just unmuting myself here. Looks like there's a little bit of feedback. So I'm sorry about that. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. We are getting started here now.
Take your time, Lachey. It's Stacey. I wonder if Microsoft Teams is open 2 times.
I think it
And the
was.
PowerPoint looks great. It's in slide mode now, and it looks great. And you look great.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So first, I want to thank everyone for the opportunity to present today. It is very important to us that we have an opportunity to reach out to the local professional community for adults who are considering continuing education, but also just for adults who understand that they have had to manage their homes and careers for a very long time, and they've decided now that this is their opportunity to invest in themselves. And so as a school, we're all very, very much passionate about providing the local community with opportunities to take the next steps towards their professional careers and goals. So now we can get started. Thank you for the warm introduction. Again, as Ms. Johnson and Ms. Downing stated, I am Lachey Boyd. I'm the Director of Admissions and Communications at the Metropolitan School, and we are the adult and continuing school at Catholic University. Just for context, there are about 14 schools at the university. So, many of our community members are familiar with the nursing school, the law school. We're no different. We're just we're the professional school. So we're the school that students come to when they understand that they have a variety of commitments that they have to maintain, but that they do want to, again, take the time to continue their learning. So we will first discuss our core values, reasons why you should continue your education here at Catholic, who we are at the Metropolitan School. You'll hear me refer to MSPS, which is the Metropolitan School of Professional Studies in short. We'll list our certificate and degree programs, discuss eligibility requirements, but the most important takeaway I would say would be the career pathways that lead to employment, so we'll discuss them, as well as the student perspectives, because I think if you all are like me, you're wondering, can I do this right now? Is this the time for me? Especially if you have either small children or a demanding work life. All right, so we'll start with a video from our dean. His name is Dr. Vincent Kiernan, and he talks a little bit about the commitment from administration.
There's no better time than now to pursue your personal goals while we all adjust to social changes as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Excuse me, Lachey.
Hello, I'm Dr. Vincent Kiernan, Dean of the Metropolitan School of Professional Studies, the premier adult education school for working professionals in DC. During these unprecedented
It's okay. We could always, if you have it open in another browser, you could share your desktop and then toggle back over to it, or share that and then we'll just go back to the PowerPoint.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to start it over so that everyone can get to meet Dean Kiernan. Let's see. All right, okay, I have it queued up right here. Okay, you should see it now.
That looks great.
Perfect.
We might need to reshare one more time, Lachey, to make sure that that little button that says include computer sound caught and got activated.
Let's see
Take
if
your time.
All right, let's see if it caught here. We actually practiced this, so.
Technology is different, and as soon as we pull in another piece of hardware, so it has a better this or camera.
Okay. Can you see the video now?
We see it and it's enlarged, and great.
There's no better time than now to pursue your personal goals while we all adjust to social changes as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Hello, I'm Dr. Vincent Kiernan, Dean of the Metropolitan School of Professional Studies, the premier adult education school for working professionals in DC. During these unprecedented times, we remain fully committed to helping you achieve your professional goals. Our expert instructors provide convenient course delivery through a face-to-face online platform. With weekly online office hours, online admissions consultations, and online networking events, we have made it even easier and more convenient for you to earn your degree. With flexible learning modes, Metropolitan School students have the option of taking a class face-to-face in a live online virtual classroom, or take a class online on demand, or attend classes on campus as city regulations permit. With a simple click of a button, you can begin your degree from the comfort of your own home or office. Our library, multiple computer labs, and other campus resources remain available to you during this time as well. Thank you for your interest in continuing your education at the Catholic University of America. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Okay. So thank you for viewing that presentation. Again, Dean Kiernan is very, very committed to ensuring that we continue our outreach to the local DC community. So you can kind of see a little bit, you can learn a little bit about our school just from kind of understanding who he is as a dean. He's very, very approachable, has an open door policy. And one thing that's extremely important, especially with COVID restrictions, is that as a school, as an institution, we're following all safety protocols, but that does not restrict anyone from using any of the computer labs or having access to any of the campus resources. Okay. So at the Metropolitan School, our core value is that you learn today what you can apply tomorrow. You'll find that all of our programs are relevant and can be applied in real time as soon as you complete the degree. In fact, a lot of our students state that before they finish their degree or certificate, they're benefiting professionally in real time. So if they have class on Thursday, by the time they go into work Monday or Tuesday, they're already applying some of the skills and strategies that they've learned in class. The benefits of continuing education. So why would someone want to continue in education? To be completely honest, it doesn't matter if you're considering a degree or certificate or a preparation course. Essentially, those who decide to continue education find themselves more economically stable, and they find a lot more job satisfaction. So if you've found those moments where you're just kind of feeling a little stagnant, there's always something very beautiful about understanding that, you know what, today wasn't a great day at work, but I'm in this class, and so I have this opportunity to advance my career, even if it's a different position. So the economic benefits are great, as well as just overall confidence. In a study conducted by Northeastern University in 2015, students and graduates reported that as a result of actually completing their continuing education endeavors, they found themselves more marketable. One of our graduates, and this really shocked me, honestly. She just finished a program, one of our graduate programs, and stated that as soon as she put her initials after her name, which was MSM for a graduate program, she was sought out on LinkedIn and received her first six-figure offer. She works for the government, but I think that's just a strong testament of how marketability works. You know, if you decide that, you know what, I'm going to pursue an associate's degree. As soon as you update your resume and it indicates that you hold a degree, automatically you are you're separating yourself from the rest of the candidate pool. The students also reported greater career opportunities. Being able to look for companies and different positions that had not been available to them before is a great benefit. And of course, higher income. Who does not want a higher income? We all do. So definitely those are strong reasons to continue your education. Our students experience personal satisfaction and career growth almost immediately. We have so many government agencies that email us on a weekly basis with job postings and different career opportunities. We've had 3 students in our paralegal program just this past year receive job offers, and 2 of them are not even out of their program yet. They're almost out of the program, but our paralegal program is the best in DC. The director of legal services is a practicing lawyer. He is still taking cases, but he teaches a class and he has amazing experience. So just in general, our students are very happy. We have a number of certificate and degree programs for students who are deciding, you've either just finished your GED or you have a high school diploma. We have an associate's degree in early childhood education. We have an associate's degree in general studies, which will allow you to customize your degree. You can decide to take courses in business, IT, and essentially finish your degree with a plethora of academic skills accessible to your future employer. We do have both a certificate and associate's degree available in Human Service Administration. We have a certificate and associates in IT, and we have a management degree available to those pursuing an associate's degree as well. We offer both a certificate and associates for the paralegal studies degree. So again, with just a diploma from high school or a recent GED completion, many of today's professionals can find themselves pursuing either a certificate and associates. There's a way for you to actually finish your program holding both a paralegal certificate and an associate's degree. An associate's degree for any of the programs is only 2 years. It's only 60 credits. So for those considering an associate's degree, think of yourself as halfway towards the completion of a bachelor's. An associate's degree is still a very valuable degree to have. With regards to streamlining eligibility, we make this a very simple process. It may have been a bit of a surprise to you in the previous slide when I mentioned that with just a degree, a high school diploma or GED, you are eligible for our programs. The reason for that is because we really like to reduce the barriers for those considering post-secondary education. This can be a very intimidating process. I know on a personal level, family members who have kind of hidden the fact for years that they never finished high school. And so understanding that that's the foundation for the mindset that some of our prospective students will have, it's really important to know that you're considering a school with a very welcoming, very nurturing atmosphere. No previous college is required. We don't have placement exams, but we do make sure that we place you in a class that you feel comfortable with. We won't put you in a completely online class if we understand you need to see your professor. So we'll put you in an online synchronous class where you would be able to see your professor, similar to the way you see me. I hope my camera is working still, but yes, so you can see your professor in real time, get to meet your classmates, but you can do this all from the comfort of your home. For today's session, this was a great example of what a lot of our classes look like. Ms. Stacy did a wonderful job providing us with the link for today. I clicked the link and I was right in the session, and that's how the classes operate. For those considering a graduate degree, we do not require the GRE. Those requirements have been waived for summer and fall 2021. The career pathways and employment opportunities are really, really important because you, as I stated before, you can begin with a certificate. You can transfer those credits from your certificate into a bachelor's degree. I'm sorry, into an associate's degree in one of the first three areas: IT, paralegal studies, and human services. If you already hold a bachelor's and you're looking to strengthen your credentials, you can do so with a graduate certificate in federal contract management or project management. And those are two important, extremely marketable career pathways for prospective students who hold a bachelor's, because if you have a bachelor's, then you're likely already working, you have a very demanding workload. So a lot of students consider the certificate program before they decide if they can actually handle a master's degree program or not. Each graduate certificate listed at the bottom, federal contract management and project management, only consists of 4 classes. So you can actually have a certificate in either federal contract management or project management in as little as 2 semesters. For the paralegal program, in the certificate, you can complete your degree in as little as 1 year. As I stated before, the experts in the program will demonstrate real-world experience in law. The director is amazing. He actually helped one of our recent students with it was a personal matter, but he didn't, without going into too many details with the student, he was able to say, well, this is, if you're experiencing some challenges with the COVID restrictions and understanding the landlord-tenant, modifications that were being made as a result of COVID, I recall our director not only supporting that student, helping that student, kind of talking with them through the concern that they were having personally, but he also made connections to what this looks like, or what the content looks like in class. So if they're learning about something in class and the student is experiencing a legal issue in real life, being able to make that connection is invaluable, because that student will go on and graduate and move on towards assisting other students who may find themselves in similar situations. Okay, so you've heard me talk a lot about the director. There is a video of the director of legal programs available on the OSSE website, and his name is Chad Smith. So we've talked about the associate's degrees in depth, but they're listed here on the screen again if you are looking, just for a reminder. And again, any credits earned towards any of these programs, of whether it's a certificate or associates, can be applied towards any of our higher degree programs. Our bachelor's degree programs, the one that I will highlight here is the general studies degree. It's called interdisciplinary studies. This path allows you to transfer in up to 84 credits earned from other institutions. This is our most popular path because some students do find themselves mid-career with about 30 random credits that they can't really find. They're like, I don't know where the transcript is. So we really help you with all of that. There's no expiration date on your college credits when you're applying to Catholic. For those who are considering career development, we have non-credit programs. We have a Spanish for Healthcare Professionals certificate that you can earn after 4 classes. We have a preparation course for those considering the SHRM exam. We have a CFP course, as well as a preparation course for the project management certificate as well. So where do MSPS students and graduates work? They literally work all over the world. We had a cohort of students who we were able to support through a school that was closing a couple of years ago, but they were all international students. So they live in Mongolia, they live in almost at least 14 different countries in Africa. So literally our students work all over the world. But locally, here are some of the places that our students work. We have some of the best students from DC government, from Child and Family Services in particular. I mean, we have some stellar students from that agency. They are amazing. A lot of them are in the Human Services program. We have students that work for the federal government as well, as in the Children's Hospital. We have a good number of students there as well. So a couple of testimonials just to leave this on the screen. These two students finished graduate programs and have both stated that that the programs have enhanced their skill sets and have really built their confidence in their own abilities. So that's important. In some cases, the ability is already there, but when you find this program that pulls it out of you and challenges you, again, that's an invaluable experience. Another student outcome from Mike, he stated that this particular program helped him to secure a government internship, which has been providing him with on-the-job training. So the truth is that with having Catholic University on your resume, that really will open a lot of doors for you. So you're getting the best of both worlds to have that level of prestige and background from our school, but to be entering a very nurturing and welcoming post-secondary career here at the Metropolitan School. I think that's the best of both worlds. Okay, so I'm going to be playing another presentation for everyone. And this next presentation will show us, we'll get to learn from some of our students who are still in the program or have graduated recently. And they talk a lot about, sorry about that. So they talk a lot about what their experience was like, why they chose Catholic University. So I'm getting that lined up for you right now, and we are almost done. Okay. Stacy, are we good?
Yes, it looks like
We'll bond.
watch a couple
This
seconds
is the
of
kitchen where the new boyfriend will unofficially become family.
It's just a school.
There we go.
It's a community. It's home for me, and it's the only place that I could ever think of going. I'm glad to be part of an institution like this who values us individually as well as collectively.
Hello, I'm Lachey Long, Director of Admissions and Communications at the Metropolitan School of Professional Studies here at Catholic University. We know that you value opportunities to enhance your career, which is why we offer a variety of degree and certificate programs that are not only in demand, but will also set you apart from other professionals in your industry.
They really understand that as a working adult or just as an adult period, come back to school, that you have a life outside of school. They're very understanding and they truly care.
Okay, so I'm going to stop it there because the two features were most important for me, for you all to see, which essentially is just hearing from the actual students so that you can get a feel for what the environment is like here. I think that the biggest part that the students kind of share is just that we understand your outside commitments. And so that's really important for us as well. So here's a screenshot of one of our recent classes that completed. You can see that everyone's really happy. And The professor is at the top in the black shirt, but he is amazing. He'll be one of the best professors you can have. We have a lot of scholarship opportunities for undergraduate students. We have the St. Patrick Scholarship for paralegal studies students. We have, there's an opportunity for early childhood education students to receive a full scholarship. All students will be considered for it. And then we have the Change Agent Scholarship, which is available for the graduate programs here at Metro. All DC and federal government employees will receive a 10% discount. How to apply: there's an online application in which we ask that you upload a statement of purpose talking about what your professional goals are and how the program can benefit you, and resume and either 1 or 2 recommendation letters depending on your program. All students who will apply to the program who've attended this session will have their application's fee waived, or your application fees waived, but you'll also have, if you're a graduate student, there is normally an enrollment deposit, which will be waived as well. And so that's $300. In order to get that benefit, just please send an email to metropolitan@cua.edu once you've started an application. We will be discussing a variety of financial assistance options, including the FAFSA application to supplement the undergraduate scholarships. And our application deadlines are quickly approaching. The final deadline for summer is May 5th. The classes begin May 10th. And the final deadline for fall is August 1st. So I'll leave the questions here on the screen. I'm happy to take, questions if anyone has any. If there aren't any specific questions, a lot of students typically wonder, where should I even start? And so for that, I would say, please schedule an admissions consultation with someone from our office. We're happy to walk you through all of our programs and to help you match the program that's the best fit for your career goals. And of course, from there, we'll talk with you about how long it takes and if whether or not you decide to take a class in person or online or face-to-face online, we'll help you with that as well. Many students also wonder if the class experience online is the same as in person, and it actually is, as you can see from today's webinar. And applying for financial aid, we will forward the links for you to apply for FAFSA. We are having a financial aid webinar on May 19th with someone from our financial aid office who will answer questions for prospective students about how to actually get the process started. So I do apologize for the technical difficulties at the beginning of this presentation, but I am very happy to be with you here today, and I'm happy to take any questions from anyone.
So please feel free to unmute yourself to ask questions as Marcia gets ready to set up for her presentation about Trinity University. And let's see, do we have any questions in the chat?
We do have one, Ms. Boyd. Ms. Alston from Department of Human Services asked if you would talk a little bit about the credits offered for life skills and what some of that criteria might be.
Sure. We have a SEL portfolio. SEL is an acronym that stands for synthesis and application. And essentially, you pick a class as a part of your degree program that you think maybe, I shouldn't have to take this class because I have real life experience in, let's just say, family and marriage counseling. That's an example of one of our undergraduate courses. So for someone who feels that they have been able to demonstrate life experience in that particular area, then they'll work with a coordinator to create a portfolio that is composed of different artifacts, emails, work presentations, maybe a sample of your case study or anything that you were doing at work, and we compile all of that, and you can present that documentation to the coordinator, who will work with our dean to assign you a specific number of credits. So they'll look at what you've presented and they'll say, you know what, we agree, you shouldn't have to take that class, you've demonstrated life experience for it, and then you get paperwork to receive 3 credits for that class. So you have the ability to earn up to 15 credits that way.
Thank you for responding, Ms. Blair. We really appreciate you. We'll save any other questions to the end. Marcia, can you go ahead and get started with your presentation?
Sorry, I was just trying to unmute myself. Hello, everyone. I'm just going to take a moment to share my actual PowerPoint. Hopefully everyone can see that.
Yes, we can see it. Thank you, Ms. Holmes.
Okay, thank you for the introduction, Ms. Johnson. I'm Marcia Holmes. I work for the School of Professional Studies at Trinity Washington University, and I do appreciate being invited to be a part of this developmental institute, as well as you guys taking the time out today to hear me speak. So I'll go ahead and get started. So just to go over a few fast facts about Trinity Washington University, we were established in 1897 as Trinity College. We became Trinity Washington University in 2004. We think that it's important to note both names because there are some times when we're referred to as both, but we are now actually Trinity Washington University. We were the first Catholic liberal arts college for women in the United States. We are conveniently located in the Brooklyn neighborhood of DC, just minutes from the Brooklyn Catholic University Metro Station. We have a population of about 2,000 students, and within that, we do offer very small engaging course classes. There's about 12 to 15 students per class. Our population is pretty diverse. We are 75% African American and 15% Latina. And to break that down even further, we are 90% minority, 95% female. We are actually known as a predominantly minority serving institution. And we offer co-ed, even and weekend programs for everyone. A lot of times people think that Trinity is an all-girls school. Technically, we are during the day. So we are comprised of 5 different academic schools, which is the College of Arts and Sciences, which is our day school. It's our traditional school that's just for all girls. But every other school is co-ed. So there's the School of Business and Graduate Studies. We have the School of Education, School of Nursing and Health Professions, and I represent the School of Professional Studies again. This is just a brief summary of some of our notable alums. As most people know, Speaker Nancy Pelosi, the House Speaker, is a Trinity alumni. We have several different representatives from DC that are a Trinity alum, like Ms. Yvette Alexander. She's a politician, former Ward 7 representative. We also have Brandon Todd, who is a Ward 4 representative, Ms. Maggie Williams. She works at Harvard University. So we have a very diverse population of alum, and we try to keep all of our current students connected through alumni relations. If you were to need help with anything as far as networking, some of our alums are a part of our panels when we have information sessions. So we try to offer that service to anyone who's interested. At Trinity, we want you to know that you are the future. The School of Professional Studies offers courses for adults that are looking to begin, advance, or even change their careers. These courses are offered evenings and weekends in order to accommodate the work and family lives of our students. Earning your degree is a wonderful and exciting decision, whether you're starting college for the first time or returning after a break. At Trinity, our slogan is Discover Your Strength, and we would love for you to discover how we can help you reach your educational goals. We offer associates, bachelor's, and certificate programs. We also have 2 convenient locations. Our main campus is located at Brooklyn Catholic University Metro Center, that's on Michigan Avenue in Northeast. We also have another campus in Southeast on Mississippi Avenue at the ARC. Just to let you know again, we are designed with working adults in mind. We have evening and weekend courses, but within those evening and weekend courses, we do offer 2 different options. So you can take the accelerated route, which is the compressed 8-week courses, or you can choose to take the 16-week traditional courses. We offer both of these because we know a lot of adults that are returning to school or coming for the first time. Some people want the option to complete their degree in an accelerated manner. So we offer these 8-week courses to allow you to get in more credits per semester. Another thing I like to mention is that we do have traditional semester starts, but within those traditional starts, we have additional terms. So for example, we have the spring semester that starts in January. We'll have the summer traditional semester starting in June. And then we'll have another semester for fall starting in August. But within those different semesters, we'll have an additional term start. So in January, you have the opportunity to begin classes in March if you didn't want to start in January. In the summer, we also offer courses that begin in July. And in the fall, you can choose to start in August or October. It just depends on what works with you and your schedule. We kind of went over this. I just want to skip down to how the classes are actually set up. So courses through the School of Professional Studies are held during the weekends and on Saturdays. So our classes during the evening would be from 6:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Or if you choose to go to weekend school, as some people call it, you can choose between 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. For every one course that you take, you are required to be in class for 1 day. So if you register for 2 classes, then you'll have class 2 days per week, or either you can decide I'm going to take 1 class on Monday and 1 class on Saturday. It's up to you and your academic advisor how you set up your schedule to meet your needs. We're very flexible when it comes to that. Also, courses right now for the School of Professional Studies are all being held online due to COVID-19. We are still waiting for guidance from our president as to how to move forward, but we do know right now that all of our schools, other than the nursing and health professionals that have clinicals, just to be safe, we are not having anyone on campus for right now. Our classes are small for more individualized attention. And for the associate's degree, it's only 20 classes, so it's 61 credits. Your bachelor's degree is 39 classes, so that's 120 credits. The certificates that we offer are 18 credits, which is only 6 classes, and they're stackable toward all of our degree programs. And if you have previous transfer credits, we do award up to 75 credits towards your bachelor's degree. So the different programs that we offer in the School of Professional Studies, we have our accounting program, business administration with the concentration in HR management, criminal justice. We have a child development certificate, community health worker certificate, early childhood education. We offer that an associate's degree and a bachelor's degree. We have early childhood community education, which is the non-licensure track. And what that means is that we noticed that there was a need in DC that wasn't being fulfilled through early childhood education, the traditional track. There were a lot of our students who had no desire to work in the public school sector, but they were still being required to pass licensure in order to receive the degree in early childhood education, although they knew that they didn't want to teach in public schools. So the non-licensure track is really created for those who want to work on the administrative side of early childhood development. Maybe you want to be a child care center director. You may want to own your own child care center, and you still have that state requirement to have a degree. Or for some people who have worked in the field and now they want to teach, we've noticed that this track is great for anyone who wants to teach at a college level, community college level as an instructor. They will take the non-licensure track as well. We also offer general studies, an associate's degree and a bachelor's degree. We have human relations, health services, which is also offered in an associate's degree and a bachelor's degree. I do apologize for this slide not being updated, but our health services associate's degree is just starting for fall 2021. So it's a very new program. We also have journalism and media studies, as well as psychology. I just want to take a moment to talk about the community health worker certificate, as well as the associate's degree in health services. So the community health worker certificate really came about just through COVID-19 and that experience that we all have been going through with the pandemic. So we wanted to have a program set up that were someone who wanted to just immediately start working into the healthcare field, maybe just in patient advocacy. They can start with a certificate that would be stackable to a degree. So if you enroll in the community health worker certificate, let me start over. If you enroll in the health services associate's degree, your first 6 classes will award you to the certificate in the community health worker. That way you're able to obtain something while you're working on your next goal. One thing that we do encourage in the School of Professional Studies is if you are unsure about what 4-year degree you want to go into, we encourage you to start at the associate's level, because at least at this point, you are still obtaining something that is concrete while you decide to work on a 4-year goal. So with the community health worker and health services, you're going to get those first 6 classes is going to get you a certificate, and then you'll have another 14 classes to get your associate's degree. It's even mapped out to go all the way to the master's in public health, because if you decide to go past the health services bachelor's degree, then, if you decide to go past the associates and pursue the bachelor's, you're going to also be taking classes that are duly enrolled in the master's program, just as you would have with the associates and the certificate. And if you're not familiar with health services, it is the non-clinical side of healthcare. So you'll really be concentrating on patient advocacy and healthcare management and that sort of thing. And I just wanted to highlight that very quickly because it is a very new program and it's just now being ramped up for the fall. So I want to go ahead and talk about Trinity at the ARC. The director and the advisor at the ARC is Ms. Christina Lynch. She has a very high touch point with her population, which is great because a lot of the students that we service are returning after a very long time, or either they have not went to college at all. So it does take a different level of care, and we try to make sure that we demonstrate that on all levels. So if you're not familiar with the ARC, it is the Town Hall Education, Arts and Recreation Campus. It is an innovative concept that is bringing, a range of first-rate services and programs to DC residents east of the Anacostia River, and a new vitality to the community. Trinity is the only university that's invited to participate at the ARC, and is now the only private university offering college-level classes east of the Anacostia River. The ARC is located just around the corner from the Southern Avenue Metro Station, so it is also conveniently located as well, just as our campus on Michigan Avenue. The ARC price point is very affordable. It is extremely discounted versus main campus. It is $195 per credit hour. Most of our students are Pell eligible, so if you are eligible for the Pell Grant, it may actually pay 100% of your tuition at the ARC. The books at the ARC are free, so you don't have to worry about having an expense related to buying books for your courses. And we offer 3 different associate's degrees there. So we have general studies, that's an AA degree at the ARC, and you can concentrate in business or social and behavioral sciences such as counseling, or you could take those electives that are geared towards arts and humanities, such as politics, society, and religion. We offer the associate's degree in early childhood education, which has all the coursework that is required to meet the new licensure requirement in DC. And then, of course, I just spoke about the community health worker and the health services programs at the ARC. And all of these associate's degrees can be easily transferred to any bachelor's degree at Trinity. Now, I just want to take a moment to talk about prior learning and what it is. So there's more than one way to gain college credits. Many adult learners returning to school have extensive life and work experience that can translate into college credit. Some of the outcomes that were done through studies for prior learning were that students who participated in prior learning had better academic outcomes compared to non-prior learning assessed students. These students were able to earn credits faster and less expensively. So just from the studies that they did, there were better graduation rates with anyone who participated in prior learning at their college. And this was regardless of the size of the institution, the student's academic ability or GPA, age, gender, race, or ethnicity, or whether or not they were a recipient of financial aid. Prior learning assessed students have higher degree earning rates than those opposed that did not. So 56% earned a post-secondary degree within 7 years, while only 21% of non-prior learning assessed students did so. So to break that down even further, 43% bachelors compared to 15% and 13% of associates compared to 6%. So what this is saying is that if you give an adult the option to accelerate their program, they're more than likely to see it to the end and not be discouraged in the meantime. So that is why Trinity created the TAIL program, and I'll get into that on the next couple of slides. So TAIL is Trinity's experiential lifelong learning. It's the process of granting college credit for learning gained in non-traditional ways through portfolio and pre-evaluated learning. You can earn up to 30 credits from our TAIL program, which is what that's supposed to say right there, so I apologize for that. And you earn this credit through your work experience, community participation or volunteering. Maybe you have military experience, non-credit courses and seminars, a license or certificate of completion from a training program, or completion of formal education courses offered by business industry, professional development, or associations, which in this case, that's really just if your job offers professional development courses and you complete those CEUs, then those can be used toward college credit. Or if you belong to an association where you've had to take tests, let's say, for instance, SHRM, the Society for Human Resource Management. If you were a part of the association, of course, you do have to take certain exams, then you can use that to be applied toward college credit. Adult scholars and learning outside of the classroom. This is just information I found from the U.S. Department of Labor, Employment and Training Administration. More and more adults are looking for ways to increase their marketability and expand their skills in an effort to retain their current jobs, find employment, and compete for higher paying positions. Many adults are looking to their local colleges and universities to deliver quality education and training in a timely manner. But for too many adults who want to earn post-secondary credentials, the traditional structure and organization of higher education pose significant barriers to access and particularly to persistence and success. And I thought that was important to include because that is really what we're trying to prevent with TAIL. Normally, when you pursue a 4-year degree and you are a working adult, you may only be able to go part-time. And with that rate of part-time, it could take you up to 7 years to complete your bachelor's degree. And I'm not saying that to be discouraging, but 7 years is kind of a long time. And if we can find ways to cut down costs and time, then I think it's a better way to approach adult learning. And that's why I personally oversee the TAIL program, and I encourage people to enroll in it if it's something that's for them. So the TEL program is credit by portfolio. And so you demonstrate knowledge gained through experiences comparable to college courses for credit. You have to verify that you have achieved a designated learning outcome indicated in the course by evaluation. We use the same model that over 1,200 colleges and universities in the United States use to grant college credits for such learning. Most universities allow you to earn between 30 to 60 credits by demonstrating learning from experience, but that is based on institution. With Trinity, you can earn up to 30 credits with our program. It is completed in the format of a portfolio, which we don't leave you to do it by yourself. You actually enroll in a course, and that course teaches you how to create the portfolio, what supporting documentation you'll need to submit, how it needs to be worded, how to do your resume. So it's a complete experience. It's not just saying, oh, I want to challenge this course. We're going to teach you how to challenge the course and how to turn those real life experiences into college credit. So how is your college credit for work experience evaluated? Your portfolio is your ability to organize and present verifiable evidence of college level credit through proper documentation. It is evaluated through creating portfolio guided along with supporting documents. So it could be your job description and performance evaluations, certificates, work samples such as computer code, lessons plans, or proposals, the description of your work environment, verification of knowledge and skills and abilities by a supervisor or employer. So what your portfolio can do for you is you can earn up to 30 credits in a shorter period of time by reducing your time to completion, and 30 credits is the equivalent of 1 year of college courses. We've noticed that the credit for prior learning in itself is a positive influence on the self-esteem and self-confidence, and it kind of just validates your existing skills and knowledge. It allows you for a richer, self-reflective, student-centered approach to learning. It bridges the gap between your life experience and your undergraduate experience because you can see everything in front of you. It's easier when you have something tangible that says, okay, I learned this today, and how did it translate into work? Or it's just the reverse. Now you can see exactly what you've done and how it relates to how college courses are treated. Your completed portfolio can also serve as your professional development tool, because it outlines your comprehensive record of your skills and experience. It may serve as a roadmap for your future goals. And it's great for job interviews and career advancement. I know that one TEL student that I spoke with, she said that she really didn't know what all she had done in life until she saw it on paper. So it encouraged her to set other goals for herself. So it can serve as a roadmap for you to try the next thing because you've already accomplished so much so far. Now that we're finished talking about TEL, I just want to go back into our support services at Trinity. We offer, we have an academic center that's located in our library. It's a one-stop shop for the following services. We have academic support, career services, disability support services, testing, the writing center, and tutoring. Our career services department, they frequently have job fairs, they post internships, externships, resume writing workshops, anything that you need help with. I think they also do mock interviews. So you can contact any of these services virtually, or they are actually open on campus. So if you wanted to call and make an appointment, then you can do so and come in and speak to somebody face-to-face. The tuition at Trinity is $195 per credit hour at the ARC, $580 per credit hour at main campus. There was a $100 enrollment fee for new students, and that is currently being waived. And the $45 parking fee per semester is also being waived because we just really don't have that many people parking because we don't have face-to-face classes right now. Speaking of tuition, we'll go into the financial aid and scholarship opportunities. Our school code for Trinity is 001460. We have several scholarships available. You can go visit this on our website. We also partner with Generation Hope. We have the Early Childhood Education Scholarship, the DC, we do fully support the DC Mayoral Scholarship as well as DC Tag. And for our students that may qualify for the Dream.US scholarship, we have that available. Again, I just want to reiterate the journey that we try to present to everyone is to prepare for the next goal. You can start your associate's degree, move forward to your bachelor's, pursue a master's degree, and then possibly come back for continuing education, because we do offer all 4 of these options at Trinity Washington University. Here's just another recap of how to apply. Right now, we are waiving our application fee for all new applicants for fall 2021. We do take a holistic review to your application, which just means that if you fall short of maybe some requirements such as a GPA requirement, then if you send in supporting documentation such as a letter of recommendation or your resume, we will look at your your application in a holistic way and make sure that you are the best, that we are the best fit for you. Our registration is now open for summer and fall, and you will be eligible for financial aid scholarships and discounts. Anyone who works for DC government will receive a 10% discount from Trinity Washington University. And like I said, we do have a lot of different funding opportunities that you can speak with our financial aid department about. So we can't wait to hear from you. Here is all of my contact information, but if you were to go to the website, you'll see my contact information posted under the School of Professional Studies. Does anyone have any questions?
Michael Coven, Mike, you want to unmute yourself and ask your question, or either we can read it, whatever is your preference. Mike?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, thanks for the presentation. I had a question about the ARC and what is the normal offering there as it pertains to the number of classes, the days that they're offered, so I can get an idea of when I speak to people what they can look to achieve. Is it a general studies? Do they normally offer English only? Is it a consistent offering? And if so, what does that look like?
Yes, so the ARC is actually the same schedule as we would have on a campus as far as evenings and weekends. As far as evening and weekend in the schedule from 6:30 to 9:30, or from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And the student chooses that option when they talk to their academic advisor, which is also the director at the ARC, Christina Lynch. We only offer associate degrees and certificates at the ARC. So the certificates that we offer are the health worker certificate, community health worker, and we offer the associate's degree in early childhood education, an associate's degree in health services, and an associate's degree in general studies. Within the general studies associate's degree, they will have the option to choose not necessarily a minor, because we don't have minors with the School of Professional Studies, but it's a concentration for just for reference within a minor. So they can concentrate in business or humanities. And there's one other. Sorry, so it's business. I know I just had it up. I'm just looking back really quick. Yes, business, social, and behavioral sciences such as counseling, and arts and humanities. So yeah, that's general studies, early childhood education, community health worker, and the health services programs that are at the ARC.
He said, awesome, thanks.
Thank you.
Are there any other questions for Ms. Holmes or Ms. Boyd relative to the programs that are being offered at Catholic University Metropolitan School of Professional Studies in Trinity? Thoughts or comments?
Yeah, I want to ask a question about to the lady from Catholic U.
Ms. Boyd?
Yes, and she was talking about project management certificate, because I'm looking at retiring from DC government, but I also want to continue working. So, and I want to think about a certificate to help me get a job, doing something else, the second phase of my career. So, and I'm looking, want to talk about scholarship opportunities for older adults. So, can you tell me a little about that, or give me a phone number and I can call and check on it?
Sure, I'm happy to do both. So my telephone number is 202-319-6376. And, first I want to congratulate you on, your upcoming retirement, but I understand wanting to transition and still have something working for you professionally. So with the project management certificate, it's 4 classes, and the certificate itself is a little different than the PMP certification, because the PMP certification, that's like a degree in itself. This certificate you will use to support your credentials when you are either applying for other work, if you decide to take part-time positions, or if you decide to do independent contract work.
Yep.
But it is a very flexible program, and you'll be learning about project scheduling and cost control, risk management, and advanced topics in project management. So this is our most popular certificate program. This particular, I can talk with you when you give me a call about financial aid. This particular program doesn't have a scholarship currently.
Okay.
The Metro administration degrees do, in like health administration and emergency service. This one does not, unfortunately.
Okay. Okay, we'll talk when I call you.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Does anyone else have any additional questions? Well, we'd like to thank Ms. Lachey Boyd from Metropolitan College, Metropolitan School of Professional Studies at Catholic University, and Marcia Holmes from Trinity Washington University for sharing such valuable information with us this morning. Please use this information to assist the adult learners that you're serving in transitioning to post-secondary education. And also, this is food for thought for many of us who are looking to explore different career paths, and or for whom have family members who might be interested in pursuing those career paths as well. So everyone, thank you again. We hope that you're able to join us for this afternoon session on creating pathways to employment for district residents from 2 to 3 p.m., where you'll learn about some exciting employment and apprenticeship opportunities that are available to district residents. So thank you all, and have a blessed remainder of your day. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.